Eden Prairie revved up before the game. That 50-game winning streak on the line in the Lake Conference. They jump out of the gates early. Matt Holland back from injury. Nice 20-yard gain against the Panthers. Later in the second, watch the quarterback, Matt Bykowski, takes it the rest of the way on the bootleg, 14 yards. Eden Prairie up 7-0. Later in the second, Mark Mullaney breaks free up the middle. Quick 12-yard scamper. Eden Prairie taking control now, 14-0 at this point. Third quarter, the only mistake the Eagles would make, Bykowski's pass, tipped, intercepted. Joe Meslowski takes it, and he's gone for the touchdown. And Lakeville now 14-7, Eden Prairie. Still in the third. Here come the Eagles, and it's Holland. This one will cover 43. Boy, are they glad to have him back. 21-7, Eden Prairie at this point. Their defense does the rest now. Lakeville will cough it up. Jared Chapman will recover for Eden Prairie, and they are in control. There's the loose football. In the fourth, more Eagle defense. Steve Lavore will shake his blocker for the sack, and Eden Prairie wins tonight as you see the sack. 21-7 final. They've won 51 straight in the Lake, and let's hear from the winners.
Once we got the lead, it really took them out of their game, because then we could kind of get back on pass defense. I mean, they want to play from the front and throw the ball, and they throw the ball very, very well. Thought our coach Gene Wise, our defensive coordinator, had a great plan of preparing for them, and we really shut them down.
It's my first game back from my hamstring injury, and it's a good way to come back when the O-line just opens up those holes, and I just run through them as hard as I can. Lakeville's a good team, but I think we just ran the ball pretty well today.
Yes, they did. Kennedy against Apple Valley tonight. First quarter, Nick O'Brien, 3 yards out, 7-0 Apple Valley. Second quarter now, it's O'Brien again. He'll take the inside handoff, and to make it 14-0 right there against Kennedy. Kennedy would come back, though. Lawrence Lipsy will pick off an A.J. Cookus pass. Lipsy with a nice return into Apple Valley territory, and it would set up a touchdown. Drew Herbert dodges the rush and will find Josh Holforty in the end zone. But Apple Valley beats Kennedy tonight. 35-14 was the final. Eastview tonight, the Lightning defense coming up big. Ryan Langus with the interception against Egan and returns it to the Wildcat 44. Sets up an option. Touchdown run number 3, Shane Shaw. And Eastview is in front with the score. And they'll stay there, too, thanks to their defense. Egan driving. Pat Summerstad with the interception coming up. Eastview will hold off Egan tonight. Final score, 18-6 in favor of the Lightning. And let's hear from the winners.
Rivalry between us and Egan is just huge. I mean, every year we look forward to it, and we love it. They got a good squad this year, physical, and it was just a good game, fun, hard-hitting.
Definitely a big win. They're a district rival for us. You know, well-coached football team, really capable of making good plays, and, you know, tough both offensively and defensively. It's just a huge win, homecoming. You know, it's something for our seniors to take home with them and something they'll never forget.
Eastview winning tonight, looking for the big road win tonight of the North Suburban, and it's their defense that comes through. Chris Toschek picks off the Tom Winsel pass, and he's gone. 56 yards for the touchdown. Oh, great block. Eagles ahead 21-7. Later in the fourth, Irondale trying to mount the comeback, but it's Toschek again with an interception. He doesn't run this one back, but it seals the game. Totino-Grace 21-7 over Irondale tonight.
We're improving a lot. We want to get better every week. Irondale's a good team, and I don't know, just played our hearts out.
But I'm so proud of our kids. They played hard, and they competed whistle to whistle, and we're pretty happy right now.
First quarter, Eric Anderson, the nice fake, hits Jason Ewell for the nice gain. It would set up a field goal, and Coon Rapids in control of this one against Anoka. Still in the first quarter, Anderson on the run, hits Ian Lewis. Lewis gets down to the 4-yard line. That's a tough throw when you're running to your left, but nice play there. And it sets up Anderson for the bootleg for the touchdown. Coon Rapids wins tonight easily, 34-0 the final to remain undefeated. Osseo tonight. Orioles taking on district rival Maple Grove. Third quarter, Osseo 3rd and 20 from the 46. How does he get away? Solberg the pass, but Peter Nadimi with the interception on the other end. That leads to a 4th and goal from the 2. Ryan Gust takes it in standing up. 23-3 Maple Grove at this point. That's the way it ends, and let's hear from the winners.
this is obviously a very emotional game for both schools because they're so close to each other. The kids grew up together, and so it's always a tough, hard-fought game. Oshie did a great job, both sides of the ball. It was really tough, but I was proud of our kids that we hung in there and persevered and made plays and capitalized on situations. I'm very proud of that.
Eddie McDaniel now coaching on the Blake sideline. Highlights the Mustangs on defense. Kevin O'Neill, the pick to stop Blake's opening possession, and it would lead to a short touchdown run by the quarterback. Liam O'Hagan sneaks it in. He passed for 4 touchdowns tonight. Breck on top, 6-zip. Brendan Murphy will score from 6 yards out. This was a runaway, 54-6 the final. Breck over Blake.
Lately, North High has had the upper hand in this matchup, but this year, South is something special. Add the hype of the rivalry, and we've got ourselves a fun one tonight in Minneapolis.
Big one, north-south. I think this has been going on for 50, 60 years probably. So I know when I played 25 years ago, it was huge.
It was a good time then, but you know, times have changed, and they're back on track, and we are too. And I'm just trying to make our guys feel like, you know, like winners and champions again, and that's what I want to be able to accomplish this year.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you got a mosquito right on your face.
I like that, Eric. He was right on the chin, right on the button. That's what I'm going to do today when we play the game. Let's try to hit him right on that button. Pow!
That doesn't happen early, though. On the first play of the game, the opening kickoff, South's Andrew Anderson takes the ball 94 yards for the crowd-silencing touchdown. And the visiting Tigers of South are up quick, 6-0, thanks to the senior Anderson, who was barely touched. Moments later, it's Anderson again, this time in on the 7-yard run, one of his 3 touchdowns on the day. South gets the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-0. Later in the first quarter, North gets back into this, thanks to their defense. Tommy Ray, who will be honored at the Vikings game this weekend for his academics, is honored here tonight for this interception return. Ray takes it 84 yards, and it's a ball game now.
Defense wins games, and we love that. We love defense here at North. And with all these good group of guys, 11 guys, we need to play defense, man. And we need all to play together. We play together, we champions. We play like champions, we going to be champions.
The defensive effort comes through again for North on special teams. Jamari Roan is everywhere on defense today. Here, taking the block punt 40 yards into the end zone. A 2-point conversion later, and we're all square at 14.
And when we scored, it's like it broke South's whole heart down, and that allowed us to take over the game.
At halftime, it's homecoming ceremonies, and South is out to spoil the party. Again, Andrew Anderson scoring for the Tigers. They go up on North 28-22. But with the game winding down, it's North's defense that steps up one more time and literally snatches this game away from South. Ernest North with the strip and run back to midfield, setting up North for the game winner.
When I saw my guy wrap him up, I took the ball from him.
He just took it, man.
Just took it. Yeah. It's all that time in that weight room.
With time ticking away, Brian Maston scores the game-tying touchdown. We're all knotted at 28. But instead of going for a simple PAT, North decides to go for the 2-point conversion. Again, giving the ball to Maston on what looks like an identical run. North wins 30-28, saving homecoming and staying undefeated. But these close games the Polars are playing are wearing the coaching staff out.
They're stressing me out, and I'm telling you, I'm getting older by the day, and I don't need to have all that grade come up, you know, but I love coaching them, and they're my kids, and I really love it and enjoy working with them. And I'll tell you, I can get a lot from these kids, and they do whatever they can to make things good for me and for them.
For the Prep Sports Extra, Eric Perkins, KARE 11 Sports.
Congratulations to North. Lenny Sedlock doing a great job at South. 30-28 finals. Harding at Bockenfield. Johnson scores here. Quick pass. Kyle Belovich to Antonio Diaz. 35-0 at this point. Later in the third, Harding trying to come back. Marcus Wells stuffed for the safety, and the Governors are cruising at this point. Belovich will bull his way in on the sneak. 44-0 was the final. St. Paul Johnson a winner. Let's hear from them.
Oh, I think we just executed. We played a little lower. We played a little more physical, and that's kind of what we got to do. We got to play physical, and I think eventually we wore them out.
Basically, the difference was we had a lot better practice this week. We stepped it up. Our whole team practiced a lot harder, and we had a little bad second half, but we stepped it up. Offensive line, we started getting a push, and we just stepped everything up.
So Johnson High winning that game. Now, how about Highland Park? Their quarterback, Joseph Kubaszewski, hits Ricky Lee for 60 yards. Kubaszewski today, 24-42, 332 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's over 1,100 yards passing through 4 games. Touchdown here, Jeffrey Anderson gets in from 3 yards out, 7-0. Kubaszewski today also had 10 carries for 92 yards, 30 on this run. Highland Park wins big, 41-25 the final score today. Wild Minnesota Conference, battle of unbeatens at New Prague tonight. Tied at 8, second quarter. Marcus Schmidt, the big interception for Red Wing. Later in the third, New Prague's Chad Skluzacek with a pass to number 21, Lee Pirquette, tipped and caught, gone. 50 yards on the TD, 15-8, New Prague. Fourth quarter now, Skluzacek with a 1-yard sneak to make it 22-8 New Prague. They're 4-0, not bad for a team with 21 new starters. Let's hear from the winning coach.
We've never been this far in the season, number one, undefeated. The last 3 weeks we've played 2 number 6 teams and a number 4 team rated in the States. And our kids are just talking about a little bit of recognition and how hard they've worked over the years. And to be real honest with you, this win and just the way the season's going means a lot to the people who used to play for us too and have in the past. So this one's for you guys.
You're trailing 7-zip on the road. Quarterback Adam Weber races in from 6 yards out. The lead is cut to 7-6. Big night for John Majeski. Thor Tripp hits him on the crossing pattern, and the Raiders are driving it. 110 yards rushing tonight. Majeski and over 90 yards receiving. He'll score a touchdown here. He also ran 75 yards for another. 20-15 Hastings wins in the last minute of the game. Park Cottage Grove getting it done on the ground tonight. Stan Williams breaks free against White Bear Lake. Nice hard run here. A little bit later, Chad Wilsbacher into the end zone. Huge night, 187 yards, 4 touchdowns. Park winning 21-0. White Bear Lake would come back to make it a close game, but the final score was 28-21, Park over White Bear Lake. John Skoog would fake the handoff here, and he'll keep it. He goes for 10 yards here, and it would set up a touchdown. Orono having to eke this one out at the end. It's Skoog again, taking it in for the touchdown. 14-6, the Spartans over Fridley tonight. The top-ranked Raiders of Cretin-Derham Hall taking on the Minutemen of Central. Fumble here. Raheem Shabazz recovers for Central. And Cretin would then return the favor. Phil Arnold intercepts the pass. Cretin's going to get back in business. Good arm, though, by Borer, but it's picked off. And handed off, actually, by Miesbauer and given off to Arnold. A few plays later, Brody Grandis sets the screen to Calvin Hugger, who scores down the sidelines. 14-0 at this point. Cretin wins as we see the touchdown. Final score tonight was 28-0 Cretin-Derham Hall.